Yes, welcome Grenada, Carrico, PD, Monica, and the world. We'd like to welcome you to another Mikey Live program, people. This is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Everything happens right here. If we ain't here, it didn't happen at all. I want to say hello to the folks who are online and all other parts of the world except Grenada. Hello to you, and those of you who are here in Grenada, it's always a pleasure, to talk to you about what's happening here at home. Let's get into the headlines and see what's happening. Now, Soca Prelims is going to be happening this weekend. It starts on Friday and ends on Sunday. We'll tell you some of the names that you can expect on stage. What's breaking the internet? You'll know about that in a moment. New bus route approved. Also, a gesture of goodwill by drivers. We'll tell you who they are and what exactly they did. Police conducting investigations into disturbing video that has gone viral here in Grenada. There's a lot of talk on that. And a woman charged with sex toy assault on woman. That happened in Trinidad and Tobago. So we'll tell you that and more when we return. We want to let you know that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of WPG10. And folks, brace yourself, we have a lot to tell you. Now, folks, those of you who are on Facebook, we want to encourage you to share the program. You see, when you share the program, that is how everyone else gets to know that the program is live, and we have to remind you of that every day, because there are some people who are sitting comfortably watching the program and not doing their civic duty. That is to share the business. So go ahead and share the business, and when we return, it's gonna be real news in all the Lily Lulu. So brace yourselves. Those of you viewing on WPG10, I see that you're there. Welcome again.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
The people say that is the best fete in the carnival. None of them holding secret for me. None of them. The St. Andrews Development Organization, in collaboration with Mr. Elimas Gilbert, say Specky Show 2019 will be a movie. You must wear it. Love the rum more than the woman. From Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypsonian who empower women, singing Sandra.
The way you cock up like a bloody acrobat. The wife at home they can't, she can do that.
From St. Vincent, former Soca Monarch, Calypso and Road Match King, Posa. And top Grenadian artists. Stay tuned for more info. For vending, call 404-8131. Becky Show, August 4th, St. Andrews Rainbow City Festival weekend. The color is red.
Grenada Coalition of Service presents its annual Services Expo from the 18th to the 19th of July at the Grenada Trade Center. Doors open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come and be visible, network with businesses and people, form meaningful partnerships, enjoy quality entertainment during the day and afternoon from Matthias and the band, Kung Fu, Ezra and Staffen, and much, much more. Come, eat, drink, be entertained, and network your business. Services Expo 2019, the 18th to the 19th of July, where your potential is our passion. For more information on Services Expo, please contact our office on 439-9275, or you can drop us an email on grenadacsi@gmail.com. This event is sponsored by Caribbean Export Development Agency, Ministry of Trade and Cooperatives, Grenada Trade Center, and GBN.
The third annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a cutlass. You see what I've done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
This season is fun family time. You can focus on enjoying those special fun-filled moments that creates lasting memories with the ones you love. At Quartz, we're ready to make it happen. We'll help you find the right products to make those moments even more memorable. Quartz, bringing value home.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rates in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Alrighty, and so we want to welcome you again, man. Welcome to the program, people. Are you ready? Alright, so let's get into the first bit of news for tonight now. Brendan Latouche is currently in the United States participating on the U.S. Department of State's International Visitor Leadership Program, the IVLP. He's taking part in a 3-week project on combating trafficking in persons from July 6 to July 27. Now, Latouche is a Crown Counsel in the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the DPP in Grenada. The Office of the DPP is responsible for the effective prosecution of all criminal-related matters in Grenada. Now, during the program, he and other participants will review U.S. government strategies to combat international trafficking in persons, including crimes against women and children, by examining the formulation, the administration, and the enforcement of U.S. policy of the national, state, and local levels. Now, the participants will also explore initiatives to recognize, protect, and assist victims of abuse and trafficking, including victims recovery and reintegration programs and investigative international law enforcement cooperations in trafficking in persons cases. All right, so we say all the best to him while he is there, and for more information on this, you can simply log on to our website. That's www.mikeylive.com. In fact, let's just say that many of the stories that you find on the program, you can find the text version of it on our website. That is mikeylive.com. Happening this weekend will be the Groovy Soca preliminaries, and so far the lists are looking good, boy. There are 3 lists. In fact, the competition is going to be starting on Friday, and it's going to go all the way to Sunday. Now, there are 106 Groovy Soca artists who will participate in this weekend's competition. Some of the names, you are seeing them on your screen, boy. Now, last year, in fact, for the past few years, the Groovy competition has been, gaining a lot of attention. And so I think this year it will be just as interesting. We have names like Ellie, Topper, also Temptress, Soti the General, Ja Angel the Scorpio, Reigns Official, Miss Coco, Imhotep Baraka, Young Pert, Coolio, Double Standard, Baby L, Pluto Space Cadet, Vinegar, also Little John, Ice Chris, JB, also Alma Boy, Reactor, Squeezehead Scotty, a Young Legend, Mr. Wacky, Little Natty and Thunder, MC Matty, Riggy Atmosphere, Valine, the vocalist, Ken Star, Lady Cheryl, Mr. West, Candle, and Sheldon Douglas, all performing on Friday. The competition is going to start at 8 a.m. on all nights and will be held at a centralized location that is Carnival City in Tantine, St. George. We are moving on. Earlier, it's a gesture of goodwill by some drivers in Grenada that we must recognize. People, they call themselves the Real Greensmen, and they drive around, they have fun, they chill out, they cook, they drink, and then kind of business. But this weekend gone, they decided that they were going to do something extraordinary. And so what they did, they went to the Dorothy Hopkins home. I'm making it up. They went to the Dorothy Hopkins home and made a donation. Foodstuff and toiletries and all that. You understand? And they don't have to do it, but they decided to do it anyway. They put their monies together and did just that. Here are some of the members of the team. You know, the people at the Dorothy Hopkins home, they were amazed and very welcoming to the group of men who made that donation to them.
Mr. Sean, on behalf of the RGM, it was a pleasure to come here to give you this small token so that you continue with the good work that you have been doing to helping these people that are less fortunate. We applaud you and your staff and everybody else. Keep up the good work. So we'll be here. We promise to be a partner to help you with anything that you need. That's a pleasure of the RGM.
Thank you.
I
appreciate it.
On
behalf of Dorothy Hopkins Center, Management Committee, residents and staff, I say thank you with a passion. Thank you so much for being here today. Just being here alone, you know, proof, and it's only young men, proof of, you know, the passion that you have for persons, not only with disability, but persons who are physically and mentally challenged. And I only hope that you stick together. Please stick together. And we're looking forward to continue to have this partnership with you. So thank you so much for this wonderful gift today. And I can assure you that the residents would love it and enjoy it. And you know, so thank you so much for doing this today.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Thank you.
Folks, I mean, who does that these days? You don't find this thing happening. You understand? And so we have to say congratulations to them. Now, that's not the only thing that the men were engaged in on the weekend. They also made a stop to a St. David family who have recently lost their home through fire.
The remnants of that's what was left behind, literally. Not most. Understand? So that's my brotherhood, my brothers, RGM, Real Greensmen. Everybody not here, but that's the majority of the brotherhood. And as I told you, I asked them to put out, so we put together what we could have. Well, part of what we could have we brought. So we have more stuff coming. So the brothers rally and they put together something for you and the family. So we're here to deliver.
All right, folks, this is them making a donation to the family who recently lost their home, to fire in St. David. People, I want all of you to take a moment to give the guys a round of applause. You understand? You don't see these things happening these days. You know, they could have gotten it, take their money and do something else. You understand? Go and drink and drink and drink and drink. You understand? So I wanted to chant for me, man. RGM, Real Greensmen, Real Greensmen.
RGM, 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 RGM.
We're moving on. How we looking for time, people? Let's go again. Oh yeah. Yeah man. RGM breaking the internet. Oh yeah. Police say they are conducting an investigation into a disturbing video that has gone viral. You understand? Whether the people in the video were simulating or the kind of business or they were actually doing it, that is left for the police to determine, the investigators to determine. One of the government officials alluded to the fact that it is pointing in the direction of a simulation rather than an actual thing that happened there. You understand? Whichever it is, the police say they are very concerned about it anyway, and so that they are taking it very seriously and conducting an investigation. They say it has provoked widespread debate as it relates to what is and what is not acceptable in the public domain, and also the effect that it has on social media, and by extension the perception that it leaves about our beautiful tri-island state. But anyway, I will have to bring the people on the program, put the lady on the left, put the man on the right, and talk about the business. But now I want the different, Yeah, that's kind of thing you don't see every day. But on another note, all I want to know what's breaking the internet tonight. There we go.
Yo, Impulse. It's unfair to talk about the stupid men and not talk about the stupid girls. Bro! Lava talk about them stupid man, but in talk about them stupid girl and them. They're stupid. They're stupid bad. Boy, she talk about them stupid man, but in talk about them stupid girl and them. They're stupid. They're stupid bad. She doing she nails and put on weave on, and she chillin' hungry. She's stupid. She's stupid bad. She fighting for people man down in tongue, and she live in country. She's stupid. She's stupid bad. Lava talk about them stupid man, but he talk about them stupid girl and them. They're stupid. They're stupid bad. Boy, she talk about them stupid man, but he talk about them stupid girl and them. They're stupid. They're stupid bad. Saw it with my ears and I heard it with my own mouth. Telling she chillin', she nothing to cook and she just come out on cruise. In fact, Soca Wednesday to be exact. Why she chillin' getting thin, she making gold and get fat. Lava talk about them stupid man, but he talk about them stupid girl and them. They're stupid. They're stupid bad. Why she talk about them stupid man, but he talk about them stupid girl and them. They're stupid. They're stupid bad. Yo.
Okay then. Disclaimer, the views expressed in the song does not necessarily reflect the views of the Digital Media Solutions and Mikey Live. Let's go. Olia, the next thing we have to tell Olia about, boy. A new bus route has been approved. So says the minister, Oliver Joseph. He was at the time speaking at a press briefing. The post-cabinet briefing was there today, boy. And he informed the media that this bus route has been in the pipeline for some time. They were discussing it and now it has been approved, so you can expect that change as of Carnival 2019.
Cabinet approved an amendment to the road traffic bus route regulations to create a new bus route commencing at Grandans and terminating at Grenville, traveling via Woodlands, Grandans Valley, St. David's into Grenville. As you know, currently we do not have such a route. And this bus will leave Grenville, come down St. David's, it will go through Woodlands, Grandans Valley, and terminate in Grandans, next to Wall Street there, and go from there, go back up to Grenville using that route. So that's a new route that Cabinet has been approved, and this route would be in place for the carnival season. So that should assist commuters.
All right, now that's not the only route announcement that he has made. He also spoke of an extension to an existing bus route.
Cabinet also approved the recommendation to expand Zone 4 to terminate in Red Gate as opposed to Beaton. So let me explain where is Zone 4. That's the bus that takes you up to St. David's using the, what we call the top road, St. Paul's, coming down. But at the moment, after you pass Pedmotor Junction, they will terminate at Beaton. So if you want to get to Red Gate, you will have to get a next bus or some transport that will take you to Red Gate. This extended route will take you to Red Gate. So you take people there. Well, I think this is critical because I've heard a lot of complaint from people who wants to get to Red Gate because from there you get the buses coming from St. George's quite easily to take you up. But if you drop out in Beaton, where they terminate at the moment, then it makes it extremely difficult. So Cabinet has approved to extend the route to Red Gate.
Thank you very much. I have a friend living in Red Gate, so friend, you can come out for Carnival now. You get bus to go home. Anyway, Olia, you ever talk on the street right now about cell phone? Not Ghanaians. We don't talk about Ghanaians, right? We talk about cell phone. You know what I mean? About who cell phone bill big, who paying how much $1,000, who running up government cell phone bill in the thousands. You understand? Now today the Minister Oliver Joseph sought to address that issue at the post-cabinet briefing. You see, I don't want to cut and paste and cut because I don't want to miscommunicate the man's rebuttal on the business. So we have 3 minutes, exactly that, of Minister Oliver Joseph speaking about the cell phone business. Take all the time with me. Listen to this.
But there is one matter that is in the public domain which I would like to speak to. It has to do with the issue of cell phone use by members of parliament and senior public officials. Government has a long-standing policy of providing cell phones to ministers and senior public servants. The bills for which are part of a bundled package with Digicel. Periodic reviews are conducted by the ministry responsible for cell phones. And last week, government initiated a meeting with representatives from the service provider, Digicel, to examine costs and to ensure that government is getting value for money with its current arrangement. Now, under the current arrangement, there is a cap for every user of government phone. So sometimes I'll get a notice telling me that I use up 90% of my internet bundle. Because there's a cap. If you travel, there will be a cap on roaming charges. But it seems that there is some failure, systemic failure, since it has been pointed out that the excess usage, which should not happen if you have a system where the cap is placed on your phone. However, a review was conducted on the use of government cell phone. The accusation in the public is that some persons who leave the system are still in possession of phone. While the onus is on the person who leave the system to return phones, it is also incumbent on the ministry or the persons responsible to undertake regular reviews to prevent instances of abuse. In other words, if you're working in a ministry and you're no longer in the service of government, if you did not return the phone, then the ministry should take steps. Because it's very simple, to notify Digicel that you're no longer in this position, therefore they should continue your service. But apparently that did not happen, and you had individuals who outside the service were still in possession of the phone. And while as a government we must take responsibility, as I said, we accept that, but the person also have the obligation to return the phone and exiting the public service. So government wishes to assure the public that it will continue the current review of cell phone use with a view to curbing wastage and to also continue working with the service provider to ensure that the plan provided to government is best suited to its needs.
Thank you very much, sir. And that was the minister's comments on that particular matter. How we looking for time, Shireen? I ain't hearing you. All right, so let me see what we're doing again. How we looking? So we have a few things to tell you about, all right? Woman charged with sex toy assault on woman. We're going to tell you about that. One man dead following altercation in St. Lucia. And there was a brawl in St. Lucia as well that we're going to share with you. Man found guilty of raping a 6-year-old boy. No, I ain't sure I'm telling you that one, but anyway, let me see how the cookie crumble, and we'll talk about it in a moment, all right? Olio, we're coming back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
This season is fun family time. You can focus on enjoying those special fun-filled moments that creates lasting memories with the ones you love. At Quartz, we're ready to make it happen. We'll help you find the right products to make those moments even more memorable. Quartz, bringing value home.
Grenada Coalition of Service presents its annual Services Expo from the 18th to the 19th of July at the Grenada Trade Center. Doors open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come and be visible, network with businesses and people, form meaningful partnerships, enjoy quality entertainment during the day and afternoon from Matthias and the band, Kung Fu, Ezra and Staffen, and much, much more. Come, eat, drink, be entertained, and network your business. Services Expo 2019, the 18th to the 19th of July, where your potential is our passion. For more information on Services Expo, please contact our office on 439-9275, or you can drop us an email on grenadacsi@gmail.com. This event is sponsored by Caribbean Export Development Agency, Ministry of Trade and Cooperatives, Grenada Trade Center, and GBN.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60, but as benefit expenses continue to rise and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rate in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all social security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? support the incremental changes, and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Alrighty, thank you very much, and welcome to Mikey Live once more, folks. And don't forget, boy, that we were talking about checking out the folks at Grand Graphics, who are located in the Valley. Yes, they do the banners and so on. Listen, they turn up the place when it comes to your graphics, your graphic work, whether it's for your billboards, you want stickers, you want to put those stickers on the trucks, you just name it. You can call them at 435-1566 or 439-1566. You can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. They've got an email as well, info@grandgraphics.com. Oh yeah. So here this one, boy. Very sad story coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. A baby, 1 year, 11 months old baby, almost 2 years. Baby boy lost his life on Monday afternoon after he reportedly drowned in a pond. Drowned in a pond near to his home, you know. They say his body was discovered floating head down in the pond by his 27-year-old mother. According to the mother, the toddler was playing with his 3 siblings outside while she was making his porridge in the kitchen. It is alleged that the siblings, ages 8, 6, and 4, left the baby boy unattended when he fell and drowned. The mother told News that some 30 minutes later, after making the porridge, she realized that the baby boy was missing, and that was when she raised an alarm and launched a search for him. According to reports, upon seeing his body inside the pond, the distraught mother said that she jumped inside and retrieved the body. The police subsequently arrived at the scene and investigations started. Alright, so that's a situation that happened in Trinidad and Tobago. Now moving over to Guyana. This man, found guilty by a 12-member jury of raping a 6-year-old boy. Anyway, lately that story then. I mean, you know how to tell you that. That don't make no sense. I mean, give you the time of the day partner. Sorry. Alright. A brawl in St. Lucia, boy, captured on video. I ain't mind. I give credit. I give credit to them cell phone journalists in St. Lucia. They always get the footage. You know what I mean? And then HTS finding a way to tell that story in news. Here's HTS on this brawl.
Meanwhile, a disturbing video of 2 men at odds in the country's capital is making the rounds on social media. In the video, one of the men sat on top of the other in what appeared to be a bid to restrain and warn him about an unknown conflict. However, while issuing several warnings to the young man, his hands were seen around his neck. A kick to the behind soon followed. Several moments later, the young male, who was wearing a distinct hairstyle at the time, continued to pursue the man, which added more fuel to the fire. The move, which was frowned upon by several bystanders, led to him picking up a stone and an exchange of words. After a quick scuffle, a large post was raised and bystanders were heard yelling about the possibility of a murder. A man in a striped shirt stepped in and told the other to go his way. The young man eventually turned away, but not before issuing a threat. This led to an eruption of the 2 men putting on a spectacle before a small crowd, including children, at the bottom of the Darlin Road in Castries, near the CDC and Grosley bus stand. Another man stepped in again and urged the young male to walk away, which he eventually did. Liz Andy Boville, HTS News Force.
Leave it to HTS, man. A man is dead following an altercation. This one, again, is an update that we have for you by the HTS News Force again out there in St. Lucia.
60-year-old Cornerstone resident Hazel Smalley Small is dead after allegedly being beaten by unknown assailants in the city on the evening of Saturday, July 6. Smalley, an outpatient of the former Golden Hope facility, was transported to the Victoria Hospital after repeatedly losing his balance. He unfortunately succumbed to his injuries at the hospital.
They tell me that yes, he was beaten and that he died in intensive care at the Victoria Hospital. He was here after he got beaten on Saturday evening, but that's when they called the ambulance for him because he had been falling down, and they saw that something really was wrong, called the ambulance, and he was taken to the Victoria Hospital. They thought he was dead actually, but he was responding, so they brought him to the hospital.
Administrator of Cornerstone House, Desmond Phillip, revealed that Smalley had been physically assaulted just 3 to 4 months ago.
He got severely cut. His hand was infirm, and nothing has come of that. There was blood all over the place for no apparent reason.
Philip says the man was not known to behave in a hostile or threatening way towards anyone.
Very cooperative, very nice fella. What else can I say? He's not aggressive or anything like that. There's not been one incident where I can say that his man has been aggressive. And yes, it is an unfortunate incident. Very cool, very cool. And he worked. You could take him to your house and he cleaned the whole backyard for you, clean every piece of grass for a nominal wage, and you'd feel satisfied with that. Nothing more. Around Cornerstone House, one of the most helpful people. So why?
Thank you very much for that. And folks, I don't know, the next story that I'm about to tell you is just a Saguanas woman, an accountant, who sexually assaulted a Venezuelan woman with a sex toy, is expected to appear in court. I think the case was supposed to be today. The woman's boyfriend promised the Venezuelan woman a job and took her to the girlfriend's house. And police said the boyfriend and the woman raped the Venezuelan woman. Now they are saying that the man, who is a businessman, is on the run. The sex toy was seized by police, and police caught the woman. So boyfriend and girlfriend, according to this report, raped the girl. What? No. No, just when you think you've heard it all, then comes this. We've got the national report coming up.
We all look forward to our retirement, enjoying our golden years with family, friends, and loved ones. The best way to secure an income during retirement is through investments, savings, and an NIS pension. Thanks to improvements in healthcare, Grenadians are living longer, healthier lives. These years also need to be covered by a pension to guarantee a comfortable life. Today you contribute 9% and retire at age 60. But as benefit expenses continue to rise, and with longer lifespans, the NIS won't be able to provide pensions and other social security benefits at this rate. To continue providing benefits, the NIS will need to increase the contribution rate from 9% to 11%, a 2% overall increase shared between you and your employer. The retirement age will gradually increase from 60 to 65 over an extended period. Let's put this into perspective. If you earn $1,500 today, your contribution is $60 and your employer pays $75. With a 2% increase shared between you and your employer, you'll now pay $75 and your employer will pay $90. That's only a $15 increase. These are the types of social security changes being made worldwide. In fact, Grenada has one of the lowest pension age and contribution rate in the region. With these small changes, you'll be able to continue enjoying all Social Security benefits and retire between age 60 and 65 with the guarantee of a pension from the NIS. If these adjustments aren't made now, then by 2035, the NIS will need to increase your contribution rate to 22.5%. So, what can you do? Support the incremental changes and continue with the solidarity of the Grenadian people. A little change today for a convenient, happy future.
Alrighty, folks, and guess what? It is now time for the national report. So let's do that. In the national report, you'll also get an update about the bus route and more of what was discussed at today's postcard brief.
Cabinet approves implementation of new bus route. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, July 9th, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. Cabinet has approved the implementation of a new bus route from Grand Dance to Grenville that could be in effect for the carnival season. The new route will begin at Grand Dance, going through Woodlands, St. David's and on to Grenville. This follows Cabinet's approval of an amendment to the road traffic bus route regulations. During the government's weekly post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday, Minister for Trade, Industry, Cooperatives and CARICOM Affairs, the Honorable Oliver Joseph, said the next process is to have this gazetted, and the plan is to issue a brown sticker and assign a different route number once this has been formalized. He says Cabinet also approved a recommendation to expand Zone 4 to end at Redgate instead of Beaton.
That's the bus that takes you up to St. David's using the, what we call the top road, St. Paul's, coming down. But at the moment, after you pass Pedmotor Junction, they will terminate at Beaton. So if you want to get to Redgate, you will have to get a next bus or some transport that will take you to Redgate. This extended route will take you to Redgate. So you take people there. Well, I think this is critical because I've heard a lot of complaint from people who wants to get to Redgate, because from there you get the buses coming from St. George's quite easily to take you up. But if you drop out in Beaton, where they terminate at the moment, then it makes it extremely difficult. So Cabinet has approved to extend the route to Redgate.
Minister Joseph believes the changes can help to alleviate the challenges that some commuters face.
I'm particularly pleased as a representative from St. David's with this route, because you have a lot of people from St. David's that comes to work in Grand Dance but have to take a bus and go to the drop in the terminal and then take a next one and go to Grand Dance. So now they're coming down. The bus from Grenville will come down, come through Woodlands, Grand Dance Valley and go into Grand Dance. So one bus will take them there. And also the expansion of the bus route to Redgate is one that I'm extremely pleased to see happening, because I've always heard the complaint that when you drop in Beaton, you're not getting a next bus to go to Redgate. Where is the point that you have all the other traffic flowing from? So the Cabinet took the decision yesterday, so very soon it will be gazetted and the sticker will be issued.
The Spice Mass Corporation and the Ministry of Culture are partnering to encourage a deeper appreciation for Calypso. A radio program called Brass Tacks recently commenced, geared towards promoting artists locally and internationally. During the government's weekly post-cabinet briefing, Culture Minister Senator Nolan Cox said over the years, interest and support for Calypso have declined, raising concerns among artists and organizing committees. He says too often the importance of Calypso is not emphasized.
Calypso is the genesis of everything soca and groovy, and so it is important that we pay some serious attention to make sure we secure this important cultural asset. So this program will be on again on Thursday, and we expect persons to continue to engage the program. There'll be various guests calling in, different Calypso music played present, past, And so it's in an effort to get persons to get more acquainted with this special liking for Calypso.
Senator Cox says the program will be aired twice a week and will include features of artists past and present.
This initiative is led by the Cultural Foundation, and the host is, of course, the CEO of the Cultural Foundation, Ms. Shama Wells. I want to put on record for first airing of the program on Sunday. The feedback has been extremely positive, also locally and also on social media. I think we had over 2,500 people viewing the program. I think that was excellent. And we want to commend the Cultural Foundation and all our stakeholders who are working together with us to promote Calypso.
As a form of appreciation to those who have contributed to Calypso in Grenada, 2 veteran Calypsonians, Flying Turkey and Praying Mantis, will be awarded at this year's Dimanche Gras. Meanwhile, improvements are also being made in the Junior Calypso competition. Senator Cox says this year, junior artists will not pay any registration and processing fees. There will also be an increase in prize money for the competitors.
When we look at the prize money for juniors, that is the only prize category in the increases that didn't fall within the 10 to 15% that are prescribed. We fall way outside of it. So the increases is much more than the 15% that we prescribed, because we believe that it was extremely low. So we increased it quite significantly. Well, the first prize, I think the first prize was $3,000. I think we increased it to $5,000. Yes. So that is much more than 15%. Not so?
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Well, foreigners from all over, coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Continuing the news, 8 technicians from China were due to arrive in Grenada on Tuesday to undertake technical support and general maintenance on Grenada's National Stadium. The team, which will be in the country for 3 years, will be lending its expertise in technical capacity building for staff at the stadium and general repairs. This forms part of an agreement signed between Grenada and China in October 2017 on economic development and technical cooperation. The technical support and maintenance will begin on the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, after which the team will move on to the Cricket Stadium. Sports Minister Senator Nolan Cox says suitably qualified Grenadians will be chosen to understudy the team to ensure the process continues on conclusion of its 3-year assignment.
That is a major component of this engagement, even the agreement. So a lot of that is specifically written within the agreement that those training and capacity building will be conducted. So they have even asked us in terms of requirement to ensure that we have competent persons ready to receive those training. And so we really look forward to that, and we believe that will help in terms of cost savings, in terms of the efficiency and the operations and the services that we provide at both facilities. As I said, we're starting now with the athletic stadium and the cricket stadium. We currently have the agreement before us. Cabinet has not finalized on it as yet. As soon as that is done, the public will be informed. But the work on the cricket stadium is far more extensive because of the stadium is about 10 years old, and so a lot of renovation works to be done there.
The Royal Grenada Police Force says it is investigating reports of an alleged lewd incident on board a boat which has since been making the rounds on social media. Head of the Community Relations Department, Superintendent Vanny Kerwin, says public acts of vulgarity will not be condoned. During an interview with the Government Information Service on Tuesday, Superintendent Kerwin gave the assurance that an update will be shared at the conclusion of the investigations.
We are particularly concerned with a particular video that is trending on social media, which depicts some acts of lewdness and indecency. In fact, there's been several talking points in our community on that particular video, which attracted the attention of law enforcement. We have therefore commissioned an inquiry and investigation into what might have happened on that particular incident. Acts of indecency in public places are not something that we condone, and it's something that we're going to vigorously pursue. At this particular point, our investigation is continuing. There's not very much I can say on this incident, but I do promise that there will be a statement from the RGPF once this investigation is concluded.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
Guys, and gone are the days in Twitter. I find they need to put some respect on it. I agree with you. All right, folks, let's take a look at the weather, see what's happening. Here in St. George's, we see that there's about at 86% humidity, wind 23 kilometers per hour, precipitation 36%, and low of 26 degrees Celsius, just about for tonight. And it feels like just around 28 degrees Celsius right now. There's a chance of rain, so let's keep our fingers crossed. That's it right there for the news. And before we wrap up, let's say hello to the folks online. We have Crispin, Carisha, Tammy, Deborah, Shomaine, Trevelyn, Zaka, Lisa, Camille, Dora, and Danica, Ezwan, Kireen, Lyndon. Who else is with us? Alinga, Kanisha, and everyone else, man. Nisha, and the whole crew. Joycelyn and Patsy is here with us as well. I want to say thank you for listening and viewing, Mishi and Queenie. And some of you have not yet shared the live. I want to encourage you to so do. All right, guys. God bless you, Charlene and Dora and the whole crew, Clissilda. And we touch base tomorrow, God's willing, again, right here on Mikey Live. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves and your family. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja, no. Good night, everyone. And you on WPG 10, good night as well.